Alright, NT8 on the road in the tech tent. Going to talk a little bit about things I know and things I think I know. But the big thing we're going to talk about is the VIRB camera from Garmin. I'm going to talk a little bit about the GoPro Hero 3 and the microphone jack. And then we'll just rumble from there. I think we'll do this Hero 3 right off the bat. Somebody sent me a link to a 90-degree audio out with the mini USB thing. Okay, I did some research on that. Apparently, the Hero 3 is a 10-pin USB. Now, the other thing I think I know is this 90-degree thing that's like $5 apparently is a 5-pin. Now, it'll work on my camera, but the sound is not going to be as good from the reviews I read. Apparently, if you update your camera, your firmware, then that 90-degree angle off-market, or not off-market, clone, once you update your camera, it won't work. So I don't know exactly quite how GoPro is doing that, whether some firmware updates tell it to take info off of different pins so they can eliminate that to keep you having to buy the microphone dongle, or just what exactly the deal is. So, Chuck, that's not going to work. It was an interesting read. You got to read the comments. You got to read the description. You got to read all that stuff to figure it out. Now we're going to go into the Garmin VIRB, and I'm only going to talk about the Elite because I'm not interested in the base model. So far, I've figured out with the battery, the VIRB Elite is going to weigh 6.26 ounces. Pretty damn heavy. I think that's right up there with my Contour Plus without the case. Yeah, it's going to have a display screen, 1.4 inches. One thing they did beat GoPro on is the image sensor is 16 megapixel. The Hero 3 Black is a 12 megapixel. Maybe one of you guys can help me out with this one. 1.5 inch CMOS. That's my big question, is what is the brain? What is the processor in this? There's talk that GoPro's parent company, whatever, they've gotten a hold of the latest and greatest processor for these style cameras, and it's supposed to be a whole lot faster. So I really anticipate the Hero 4 is not too far off in the distance. And another reason I say that is we went down to Walmart yesterday to look at their GoPro display. Walmart's carrying the white. Now, I don't know how many of you remember when the 3 was coming out, right before the 3 came out, Walmart got a hold of a bunch of 960s and a few Hero 2s. And they were cutting the price on them. But if you go down there today, all they have at the one we went to was the white. And there was no price knockoff whatsoever from Walmart. So they're really telling Walmart, fine, you want to sell it, you're going to sell it at our price. And there's not going to be any rollback on it. That really tells me something's going on here. I would imagine GoPro had a heads up that Garmin was going to come out with a camera. I think they already knew that Contour's demise was imminent. And I don't really think there's any competition between Drift Ghost and the Hero 3 anymore. Sony's still competing. Supposedly they have a new one coming out. Doesn't look any different than what I have right here, which is it's the Elite model. It's got the Wi-Fi and all that crap. So I'm not gonna do any reviews with a 2 against a Drift Ghost or a Hero 3 Silver against a Drift Ghost. No. I'm gonna do these. They're gonna be Elite, top of the line cameras. On another note, I got a hold of Garmin the other day via the phone. They're not expecting to send those out till September or October. So I'm thinking end of September, early October, they'll start becoming available. You can pre-order it now, but it's 5 to 8 weeks off in the distance before they'll ship it. I also read something else today, that they have not gotten FCC approval for the VIRB Elite yet. Something going on there too. Okay, some of the features on this Garmin. It'll shoot 1080p at 30 frames a second. It will not shoot 1080p at 60 frames a second. GoPro's got them there. Don't mind the music. We're in the hood, yo. We're at Mike's hood.
Yeah.
It's going to have an external microphone. It's going to have an internal microphone. Since that VIRB comes out of the box waterproof down to, I don't know how many feet it was. I imagine the audio is probably going to suck like the Drift Ghost does, because it'll have a rubber over the microphone. Just something to keep in mind. I never use my Drift Ghost for anything other than on the helmet with a microphone plugged in. Okay, the Garmin will have, as it says here, no Bluetooth connectivity. But it's got the other thing where you can buy the heart monitor, the altimeter, and something else. Accelerometer. That's it. That's kind of interesting if you're into all that. Water resistance is 1 meter for 30 minutes. It also has image stabilization, lens distortion correction. I'll be interested to see what that does. Supposedly it's supposed to take the fisheye and correct that electronically, but I don't know if you've ever tried YouTube's shaky correction. Don't ever do it. It's a waste. It screws up your video. It does have a removable battery. Battery life 1080p at 30 frames a second is up to 3 hours, so they're beating GoPro there. I think my Ghost runs longer than 3 hours on a battery, but I have no fear. I'm on target for this Garmin. I've got it targeted, and as soon as I can get my hands on one, I'll give you an honest review like I always do. Oh yeah, it's also got Wi-Fi, and whatever this ANT plus TM compatible. Yes, but you have to have the sensors. Oh, one other thing I just remembered. The Hero 3 Black comes with the remote. The remote for this new Garmin isn't going to be released until 2014. Keep in mind, the Hero 3 Black is $399.99, and I'm sitting here looking at the VIRB right now, and it's $399.99. All that's in US dollars. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the cheaper one, because that's, to me, that's apples and oranges. So. Alright, from the tech tent, muzzle mic, the NT8. We're scoping it out. Talk at you later.